What's going on, guys? Rob from Heroes Avenue. Hopefully you guys are having a happy Sunday so far. We got some cool news to talk about going into this work week. We are talking about Aquaman. It finally hit $1 billion, and we get to see what James Wan has to say about it. We get to talk a little bit about Matt Reeves' Batman movie and the villains involved in this movie. And then we go ahead and read some of your comments at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. Let's get into it. Alright guys, we're kicking things off by talking Aquaman. Now, I know Darren put out a video last night, and if you saw that video, you know he essentially told us this movie is going to pass $1 billion. It hadn't passed it at the time that he posted the video, but as of the recording of this video, January 13th, the movie has crossed the $1 billion mark, and that is a huge win for the DCEU, or the worlds of DC, whatever you like to call this universe. If you're a fan of DC Comics or of comic book movies in general, it's a win for all of us fans, because a win like this or a success like this for this type of movie means we're going to get more movies like this. So it is a win for all of us, guys. And one of the biggest people to thank for this movie and its success is the director himself, James Wan. And James Wan went on to Twitter, and he had some things to say for all the people involved. So let's get into that really quick. So James Wan on Twitter, @CreepyPuppet. A few things to say. Firstly, this movie wouldn't be what it is without the astonishing achievement of everyone involved, from the head of departments to every single crew member who demanded utmost excellence in helping design and create the cinematic experience. Secondly, I'll forever be indebted to Jason for turning Aquaman into one of the coolest cinematic superheroes ever and becoming the gold standard for this character for generations to come. Huge thank you to my amazing cast: Amber, Patrick, my Rabbitfoot, Nicole, Yaya, William, Tamara, Dolph, Luddy, Michael, for breathing life and wonder into our beloved characters. Finally, but most importantly, massive love and thank you to the fans and audiences around the world, humbled by the way you have embraced Aquaman and how it has resonated on a global scale. So there you have it, the latest on what James Wan has to say on the success of Aquaman. Hopefully it is not the last we've heard from James Wan in this DC universe. I want this man to have a mainstay role in the universe going forward. But my question to you guys is, do you guys think James Wan should helm an Aquaman 2? Or would you rather have him start on a different project in this DC universe if he were to stay? Let me know your opinion in the comments below. On that note, let's go ahead and transition into a new topic. Let's go ahead and talk about one of the most anticipated DC Universe movies going forward. Let's talk about The Batman, which is hopefully going to start filming this upcoming November. Of course, it's going to be directed by Matt Reeves. Matt Reeves recently turned in a rewrite to the script, which is rumored to have been done to add more action into this script. And of course, I'm not opposed to that. I'm hoping they can balance the action with the detective side of Batman that has been a little neglected in movies so far. So I'm super excited for this movie. And one of the things we don't know about this movie so far is who the villains will be in this movie. Now, months and months ago, there were rumors that the Penguin would be the villain for this movie. Now, of course, it hasn't been confirmed, but Heroic Hollywood is once again doubling down and resurfacing these claims that the Penguin will be the villain in this movie by saying an insider has given them news that the Penguin will be featured as the antagonist, but it won't be the only villain, or he won't be the only villain in this movie. So, of course, that's going to lead a lot of us to speculate, if Penguin isn't the only villain, who could be the other villain? Now, Penguin, of course, is an iconic villain for Batman, but Batman has a huge rogues gallery, probably the best in all of comics, at least in my opinion, but surely in a lot of other people's opinions as well. Batman has a ton of villains to choose from. Not all of them have yet seen the silver screen, so my question to you guys is, who would you want to be the other villain in this movie? Now, who would you want and who do you predict it to be are two different things. If you have two opinions on the subject, definitely let me know. Who would you want to be the second villain in this movie, and who do you think it's going to be? That's actually two questions for you guys. For me, guys, Penguin wouldn't have been my first choice to be the villain in this movie. Of course, though, I trust Matt Reeves in his creativity and in the story he wants to tell. That's something I'd love to see. So if Penguin fits into the story he'd like to tell, then I'm all for it. Of course, we've seen Penguin before, so it's not someone I was super excited for. The person I was really excited for, Deathstroke. Of course, Deathstroke was teased in Justice League and teased by Ben Affleck on his Instagram, of all places, a couple years ago now. And he was supposed to be the villain of the Ben Affleck directed Batman. But of course, we know how that all went. Whether Ben Affleck is involved in this project is still a question itself. So there's a lot of unanswered questions regarding this movie. Of course, the interest is going to hit a fever pitch as the months go on, especially if it is announced that we are going to get a new Batman or a new actor to play Batman. So, of course, I've mentioned it in every other video I've talked about this. I am a fan of Ben Affleck, but I'm kind of tired of speculating now. I want to know whether or not he's going to play Batman in the future, and if not, I want to see who the new person is, so that way we can kind of take a look and take a deeper dive into whoever plays him next. So guys, again, this is only a rumor, but even though it's just a rumor, it is a fun topic to speculate about, so I want to hear your opinions down in the comments below. Okay, we're going to end this video by reading some comments from the past couple videos we've had. You guys have been killing it in the comment section. Really appreciate you guys for joining in on the conversation. All right, let's go ahead and randomly choose some comments here. Let's see. Ryan Thomas. What's up, Ryan? Anyone else consider that Aquaman and Avengers are both the 6th films in their franchise and first to reach $1 billion? I actually haven't even thought of that. That is a pretty crazy coincidence. I wonder if there is something to those 6 films, or is it just a coincidence? Regardless, that's a pretty cool fact right there. Thanks for pointing that out for us. Let's see here. Anthony Lewis says, yes, congrats to the milestone for the entire DC fans. Aquaman has already grossed $1 billion, topping The Dark Knight. As of late yesterday, 100, the success of Wonder Woman and Aquaman, and hopefully Shazam feels good. Hashtag Aquabillion. Yes, it definitely does feel good as a DC fan to see this success, especially given how it's been kind of a rocky road with all the things happening with Zack Snyder in the past and the criticisms that sometimes us fans of the movies feel are unwarranted. But again, we got to remember that everyone has their own opinions. It's just we as DC fans have really been looking for wins here, and this definitely feels like a win. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Let's see who else. Game Buffet says, Hans Zimmer score is king. Yes, I am with you. The Hans Zimmer Superman or Man of Steel score is definitely my favorite of all time. And there's a lot of great scores out there for superheroes. Tom Holland Underwear says, Rise Atlantis! Of course, that is the call that Orm shouts out at the end of Aquaman. Totally love it. Patrick Wilson killed it in that role. Let's see. Film Gob says, hashtag 1 billion. Yes, 1 billion. If you guys haven't checked out Film Gob's video in tribute to the $1 billion for Aquaman, definitely go check that out. It is pretty cool. All right, let's see. Belden 2 says, so I guess Shazam is not just another dark, brooding, psychopathic mass murderer in the dark and shitty Snyderverse like everyone else before Aquaman? If so, God thanks. That's already a good reason to watch it for me, since Snyder didn't set the expectations very high. Laugh out loud. Oh, yeah, and yes, I like superhero movies a little more colorful and also prefer fun over gore and violence. All right, so Belden, that was harsh. I totally disagree with you about all of this stuff, but that's cool because everyone has their own opinions and preference in regards to their movies. I'm sad that Snyder's stuff didn't work for you because it totally worked for me and a lot of people. But yes, I'm glad you're going to watch Shazam because I'm sure you're going to get what you prefer in that movie. Or I can't be certain, but I'm thinking you will get what you like to see in that movie. So, wow, that was harsh. All right, let's move on. Let's see. Okay, this is a cool name. The Savage Shaolin Terrific, formerly The Viz. Shazam is my favorite DC character. Many people don't know that when they were changing his name from Captain Marvel to Shazam, he was going to be black at first. Just a little history for you, laugh out loud. But anyway, I'm very optimistic about the movie, maybe because I'm biased. I really think it's going to shock people like Guardians of the Galaxy did day one for me. First of all, that is a dope name, the Savage Shaolin Terrific. I'm not sure if you're pulling that from the Get Down or not, but that is dope. I like that, man. Shazam, favorite DC character. Yeah, that's awesome. I'm so happy for you that you're gonna get this character on the big screen finally, man. That's cool. I didn't know that he was gonna be black at first. I definitely knew about the Captain Marvel change and the fact that he was more popular than Superman for a while, but didn't know he was gonna be black at first. That's cool. But yeah, I'm optimistic about this movie as well. And he says maybe because I'm biased. And yeah, I might sound biased myself in some of these reviews that I do, but that's probably because I am. I really love DC comics and these characters that we're getting on screen. And the fact that he says he thinks it's going to shock people like Guardians of the Galaxy did for him. Yeah, I was shocked when I saw Guardians of the Galaxy because when I saw the trailers, wasn't sold, but you know, I went out with, I think, my little brother to go see it, and I was blown away. I loved Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1, and I think it's going to hopefully it shocks a lot of people, this movie, because I'm definitely rooting for Shazam. All right, thanks for joining in right there, Savage Shaolin, terrific. Kevin Bui says, Waterboy beats entire Justice League. I dig it. Snyder kept teasing us with all these snippets. Someone grab Snyder and make a comic of his vision. R-rated Black Widow movie will test the waters for R-rated movies for the MCU. Give me Moon Knight. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. So yeah, Waterboy beats the entire Justice League. I dig it. I love the quote and reference to Justice League right there. Yeah, I've definitely seen YouTubers talk about Warner Brothers making a comic or DC making a comic out of Zack Snyder's vision. I would be for that. You know, if we're not going to get anything else, I would definitely love to see Zack Snyder's vision in a comic book form, especially because the way he shoots his movies is so true to the images we get in comic panels themselves. So that would be really awesome. I'd definitely be on board for that. An R-rated Black Widow movie will test the waters for R-rated movies. Yeah, you know what? I'd be down for an R-rated Black Widow movie. Yeah, that sounds interesting. It sounds like it would suit the character, especially given her past. So yeah, I'd be down for that. And he says, "Give me Moon Knight." Now I know Moon Knight is a character that is beloved by people, but not a lot of people know about him. And actually, one of my coworkers is reading Moon Knight right now and says he's going to let me borrow a couple graphic novels or trades that he has for it. So once I get a little more familiar with Moon Knight, I'd be down for that too, I'm sure. So yeah. There you have it, guys. That's all the time we have for the comments today. Thank you again for participating and joining in on the conversation. I had a blast giving you guys this news and reading your comments. Please give this video a like if you can. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell to be notified for all our videos. And I will catch you guys later. Peace.